Welcome back to Soil Sage and Soul Siren with Maurice Small and Rebecca Reynolds. And I am here with Maurice today. Maurice, how's Atlanta?
Atlanta's wet right now, thankfully.
I would say so. But you guys have been, well, you've been doing the rain dance over there. How's the farm look to you?
The farm looked great. People come back to the farm all the time and they're amazed at how good things look and the produce tastes amazing. And people are just happy.
Well, we like that. We like people on the farm and we like them happy.
Yeah. How about on your end?
We've been so lucky. I mean, we did have some rain, which we needed. And today it's breezy, real breezy. So let's hope we keep our connection here because I'm by the lake and breezy and sunny now. But we had rain this morning and my garden's happy and so's the farm. I know we have a hot topic today because there are so many layers to this topic. And I'm excited that you brought this forward, Maurice. And we're talking about soil and seeds. And I'm going to let you start it off because you said so many things are just clinging in the air with anticipation. So if you will.
Well, there's a whole lot to be said for the beginning. And in the beginning, we had soil. And after that, we had something that grew and gave us a seed. And here we are, thousands of years later, tending to the soil and tending to the seeds. Now, there's something on the other hand, which is things that you handle, which are people, young people, older people, people that are grieving, people that are on the throes of, job loss and things like that, and you tend to them. You're planting something in them. What do you think you would call what you're planting in those people?
Seeds of inspiration. Seeds of inspiration. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, when I'm talking with children, I am creating this sense of awe and wonderment and what is possible in the world. And because they're so young and they're so fresh and they're so excited about the earth and having their hands in the soil, they can really come up with ideas that, adults just sometimes have lost their inspiration. So the children, well, really, they should be the ones that are designing it all, right? And it's exciting. And I know you too have children that come to the farm. What are you seeing them plant?
I see the young people planting joy and planting hope and planting the future. Some of them don't know, and then some of them do. We had about 8 students come out this past Sunday, and they had some growing experience when they were younger, but they were all in college. So these were all college-age adults. And a few of them had grown tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers with their grandmother, but they hadn't done anything on their own. So being able to do something on their own really sparked something. And they were smiling coming into the farm, but they were really beaming on the way out. So what do you think about where we plant these seeds metaphorically?
Oh, right. I think with the children, I'm planting it into their hearts and their brains and their muscles and tissues. And so much of it is about planting justice. Just the equity, just allowing them to be aware that a seed has the ability to grow into just and right processes too. I don't know if that's too far off topic, but it just came to me that, a seed is justice. Yeah. That everyone should have the rights to grow in multiple ways, right? To grow intellectually, to grow spiritually, to grow food, to grow with opportunities. Yeah.
I like all of that, and that has my support for sure. Do you think that in part 2 of this, we could go a little bit deeper into it in part 2?
Absolutely. I'm always willing to dig deeper in the dirt with you, Maurice. Yeah, let's get our hands even dirtier. Let's talk about, all kinds of good stuff. So when you're planting seeds with adults, metaphorically, I know that they are putting seeds in soil and they're anticipating growth, right? They're anticipating an outcome. And do they come back or do they take those with them? How does it work when they're at your farm?
A lot of it is different each time. Each one, because of the assessment that I do when they come to the farm, I ask a few questions. And each person, each individual, each group is there for a reason. So finding out what that reason is and then setting them on the pathway of discovering what it is they're there for. They always leave with either food, seeds, flowers, fruit, things like that. Whatever we have, they'll leave with it. But mostly they leave with, wow, I'm going to come back with someone else. And they might come back in 6 months, they might come back in a year, but most of them always come back. And when they do, they have their mother, or they have their neighbor, or they have their gardening buddy, or someone like that. So they're always leaving with a bag full of goodness and happiness.
How exciting. And they're coming back. And to me, that is evidence that, well, not only are you awesome at what you do, but you've inspired them. So back to these seeds of inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So in our next addition to this, in our part 2, we're going to go a little deeper, friends, into the justice piece, into food. And what else? What else would you like to go deep into, Maurice?
Well, there's that seeds of justice type thing that we're going to get into, and peeling back the layers of the seeds. Every seed has different types of parts, like a cell. And we are no different because we're made up of cells, we're made up of seeds. And jumping into the different layers of food justice as it applies to mental health, as it applies to community relations, as it applies to the politics of who we are as people in this part of North America. There's a lot to be said about the different layers. So I look forward to part 2.
So do I. I always like to play in the soil with you, Maurice. And thank you, everyone, for joining Maurice Swan, Rebecca Reynolds, and Soil Sage and Soul Siren. We'll see you for part 2 soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.